Here we go with today. It's live number 2. And this is, I'm Mel. Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm actually just catching up from the weekend because I was away and I was prioritizing writing the blog posts and making sure that they went out each day. And I'm now catching up and doing all my lives in a day. So here we go. So on Sunday, yesterday, I was writing about authenticity, what that looks like, and how it may or may not show up in my experience. Like, I've heard and read about authenticity, live an authentic life, be your authentic self, and that kind of thing quite a bit over the last few years. And really, I think it's quite a difficult concept to grasp. It seems to be a bit of a phrase of the moment, but when you think about everything that goes into living authentically, it actually takes a lot of courage. So, yeah, I'm just going to have a little chat about values. Back in October 2020, when I was working on opening the shop, this lovely space that I'm in today, I was reading Brené Brown, who has been an excellent teacher for me, and she published a book called Dare to Lead. And in it, she says that you should have 2 to 3 core values and no more. You're thinking to yourself, that's fine, 2 to 3 core values, we can do that. However, she then presents the reader with a list like 50 or more, and they're all important. So, I mean, how do you choose? Because trust is important, patience is important, resilience, happiness, um, honesty, you know, confidence, they're all really important values. And yeah, how do you choose? And it took me a couple of weeks, and I sat with each one and I really had to think about it. I made a list. I kept going back to the list. I kept crossing things out, adding different things on, and had to do a lot of reading around each value that I felt was important as well, doing a bit of research on it, and just deciding whether that fully resonated with me or not. So in the end, I chose 2. I chose joy because I believe that roller skating should bring you joy in the purest form. Brené Brown also talks about a type of joy called foreboding joy, which is the kind of naysayer doom head in the back of your mind, kind of going, oh yeah, but I am having fun and it will be fun until I break my leg. I am having fun until I smash my knee or whatever it is. Whereas actually, the type of joy we want people to experience, especially when they're skating, is the type where you lose track of time and you're just in the flow, you're feeling the energy, and it makes you feel good inside yourself. So, that type of joy is self care. You're feeling good about yourself, you can give more to other people, and it's our responsibility to take care of ourselves first and foremost. The second value that I chose is authenticity. And I chose that because I think in order to be proud of who you are and show up as your true self, you need to be very courageous, and you also need to have a high degree of self awareness. Now, I know I have lacked both over time, and I've definitely given away too much of my energy, too much of my time, and I also realized I didn't know myself as well as I thought I did. So I've had to self interrogate, which is hard, and think about, what do I like? What do I want? If I was given free time, what do I want to do most of all? Can I look in the mirror and be pleased with what I see? Can I make eye contact with myself in the mirror? Because there was a time in my house I could not have a mirror because I didn't like my own reflection. I couldn't bear to see it. So I had to think about those and answer those questions for myself to know that I was showing up as my authentic self, because I do believe in modeling my values. Otherwise, what's the point? So, to answer those questions, I love traveling. I'm very fortunate. I was born abroad. Well, abroad, that's from England, but I was born in Singapore and I moved to the UK when I was 4 years old, and since have done a lot of traveling because my parents are from different countries and we've done a lot of traveling, and that's a very fortunate position to have been in. But I've also traveled to other countries to work. And I would love to see everything that the world has to offer, from the Northern Lights, which I have not seen yet, to like some of the oceans and the Great Barrier Reef, which I've also not seen yet. I love my partner, I love my son, and I carve out whatever time that I can to spend with them, which is hard because they're also really busy. It's trying to find that time that matches. I am happy with my reflection now, although loving myself is not easy, and adjusting how you love yourself as you're aging is another conversation for another time. I'm still working on accepting a compliment. I deflect a compliment. If somebody says something nice to me, I know that I have underlying trauma, which again I will delve into another time, and struggle to say thank you, just a straightforward thank you. Instead, I will reason it out or make an excuse and just kind of deflect it or reflect it to the person giving it. I know that I have a different train of thought to a lot of people because a lot of people have told me that. And I'm becoming more courageous now to share my thoughts, because actually it helps other people who have similar values find me. So now I'm surrounded by people who lift me up, and then I can lift them up in turn and I can support them. And being my authentic self feels like I have inner peace. Instead of having inner resentment or inner turmoil, I have peace inside my head. And I am in my head all of the time. So I live with myself all of the time. And there's no escaping it. If you do not have inner peace, it will be with you all of the time. And I like to play Pokemon Go. There we go. There's a little fun fact about me. So there are those two values, but very recently, in the last month, I've actually added a third value of personal growth. And I'm embodying that right now with my blog series and this, because lives are something I just don't, no, you put it out there. I don't know what's going to happen now. I'm getting more comfortable with being uncomfortable. I am deliberately choosing situations that are outside of my comfort zone in order to grow. And I know through practice that the right way is very rarely the easy way. But eventually my comfort zone will grow, and the things that were difficult before will become part of that comfort zone. So I will keep pushing to try and expand. And that is the three values that I now hold that form part of the core values of Roller Girl Gang as well. So my question is, what do you value, and how do you know what's important to you? Hope to see you again soon. Thanks for checking in. Bye.